Hello guys, today is a special one. We have Minecraft on the Quest, a PlayStation VR 2 reveal, new games, epic new VR mods, and so much more. So I just want to dive in and talk about this hype. Let's get started. So let's start this off with the PlayStation VR 2. My prediction of the reveal, the pre-order, and its release is just falling into place, as today we have got the first renders of the headset tweeted out by Sony, and we had the controllers, which now look very different than before. We also have the specs that we already knew about, what to expect from this headset, and now we have the final design, and it looks like a PlayStation 5 as a VR headset. I think they call this the Orb design, and I love every single inch of this thing, well, except the cable, but I can live with that. So what I can see from these pictures first is we're going to have the classic Halo strap from the original PlayStation VR headset, which is one of the more comfortable head strap designs. But this time we're going to have a join near the back of the strap to allow for small adjustments, because we don't all have the same shaped head, and a dial in at the back also to tighten it onto the skull. So it looks like this can be very comfortable. There also seems to be tons of padding like on the first headset, so that is great to see. So then on the central unit, we see the placement of 4 inside-out tracking cameras, which don't seem to be intensely angled like the Quest headset. The 2 at the top are almost looking forward, and the ones at the bottom are closer together and looking slightly down. So I do have concerns already about low tracking or to my sides. We'll have to see when I get my hands on one of these headsets. But on top, which is great, it looks like a manual IPD slider, which, yay, I did not like the original PlayStation VR software solution at all. It was dreadful. There is also what looks like vents on top of the headset, which is supposed to let air out. I have an insert on my Quest like this, and it's something that is so small but makes such a difference to your gaming experience. When you're getting hot, it releases hot air, and it also prevents intense fogging up of the lenses. And speaking of the interface, it looks like Sony have gone for this layered gill looking design that will compress as you bring it close to your face, which would mean also you'll have minimal light bleed no matter how big your face is, without having tons of weight and pressure on your cheeks. Because by the looks of this, the Halo strap is going to take most of the weight, and the headset, the unit on front, isn't actually going to be pressed closely to your face like the Quest. So it looks like it's going to be incredibly comfortable. On the right side of the top of this unit as well, there is also a button. What could this be? Could it be like the PlayStation VR 1 where you press the button in and it allows you to pull the unit forwards and backwards, closer and further away from your face? Could it be a button that triggers a feature in the software? I do not know. And I saw comments of people wondering where a volume button is, that this headset has been confirmed to have that unit like the PlayStation VR did at the bottom, where you can mute the microphone, insert some headphones, and I think maybe there's going to be some volume control there, because that would make sense. That's where the rest of the audio is. As we already know, this is going to connect to the PlayStation via a USB-C connection, although there are some people that are upset about this, but having this cable could lead, if Sony don't allow it natively, some connectivity to a PC VR, with the use of software like we see with DS for Windows, where the PlayStation controller can be used connected to a PC. We could use the PSVR headset as a PC VR headset, and that would be awesome. Please let me know your thoughts down below. I am incredibly excited for this. Next, a huge round of applause. Well done, a tip of the hat to the Questcraft community. They have managed to get the Java version of Minecraft onto our Oculus Quest headsets natively. So there is some yay, and there's also some because I know many don't want this version, but it is an achievement for the Minecraft VR community and those craving to dive in on the go. To enjoy this mod though, you will need to own the Minecraft Java edition. Of course, you're not going to get that for free, so you will have to buy it. I'll leave the tutorial video on how to set it up down below in the description. It's not that complicated, but there are a few steps involved, so this video is going to be a massive help. And I would like to point out as well that multiplayer is not recommended. There are still a few kinks if you're doing this via a WAN. They do recommend having a LAN party if you want to enjoy multiplayer. And the performance is not perfect. They do recommend a few ways to make this much better. Love this story, because it's a story of being told no, and the community coming together saying, you can't tell us what to do, we will do it if you will not, and coming out victorious and on top. And I have so much pride for these folk in achieving this. It's such a great story, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll link it down below. Thank you. I have to touch on this one. Sword Art Online has an official VR event on right now till mid-March, hosted by Sony, which makes me curious about, are we going to see some SEO on the PlayStation VR 2? The event is a virtual reality experience that can also be enjoyed on a mobile device if you don't have a headset, where you can engage in minigames and scenarios from the show. So you'll be put into worlds, these exhibitions, with up to 20 other people, and you'll be able to explore and even see some live performances. Some of the event is free, but the majority of it, the good stuff, which is more appealing to the fans of the show, is going to cost you around $33 for that ticket. So I will link more information on this down below if you're a fan of this, because it's pretty cool. And I can't believe Sony's hosting an official one. The release of Cyberpunk 2077 VR is closing in as Luke Ross, the gentleman who modded GTA 5 and Mafia, has been working on a mod that will allow us to play this game with a head-tracked stereoscopic view. As with Luke's previous mods, the motion control support just won't be there, but it will still elevate the experience, and it should be better than what Vorpex currently supports for this game as well. Ross said that the mod should drop by the end of this week, so that's like within the next 5 days we could be seeing this game. And perfect timing, as Cyberpunk is currently 50% off on Steam, so the perfect time to grab it if you have not, because you'll get a fun game to be able to play flat screen and something impressive to play in VR. But warning, he said you will need a powerful PC, so I'm not expecting 1060s to run this. I don't see that happening. The footage captured in the trailer is running on a 3090 and an i9, and I'm guessing my 2080 is going to chug along as well, just like the other mods did, but I can't wait to see this. Thanks, Luke Ross. I'll link his Patreon down below, guys, because you will need to sign up to that to get the mod files for this game. So recently, Oculus tweeted out asking if we think old games should be ported to VR. This post got some crazy engagement, and I, of course, said yes. As we've already seen Half-Life, Wolfenstein, Resident Evil 4, Doom, among others, and now Dr. Beef is dropping another fantastic one that is in open beta, so you can enjoy this right now, and I will link the Discord down below so you can get the files that you need to enjoy this. So this is Quake 3 Arena in VR, so you're going to battle it out online in a retro shooter with motion control support and head tracking support. The game is super fast paced, incredibly smooth, and has sharp retro visuals. This is not going to be for the faint-hearted though. It's very intense, it's very fast, so be careful if you don't have your VR legs yet. Thank you so much, Dr. Beef, and please keep bringing us more of this content. I just cannot get enough. And what do you guys think? Do you like these sort of ports? Because I adore it as a retro gamer. As you can probably see, I've got loads of old consoles behind me. This is just right up my street. Demio, one of 2021's greatest VR games, has got an update where you can hang out with friends in a social hub. Before, you'd have to invite friends to a party, and you'll be in this basement with not much else to do but just start a game. Heroes Hangout now allows you to enjoy some old school arcade games with friends, play some archery, which looks like Demio's version of darts, take photographs, and you can also play games with groups in the room by grabbing a book off the shelf. So instead of you just now gathering around saying, I want to play this one, and you all agree, you can literally grab the map or the book, the comic, whatever you want to call it, off the shelf, whack it down on a table, and you can all put your hand in to opt into play. It's a really fantastic way to meet, hang, and play with friends. But if you have no friends, there is still single player. So that's the midweek catch-up, guys. We're going to have more news over the weekend. I've got great gameplay videos on the way as well. So please consider subscribing, and hopefully I will see you next time. Have a great week. Happy gaming. Good day.